Hi Niharika. Hello Anusha. Hi Angeline. Hello Mahi. So welcome everybody. We are here to discuss and talk about the last 3 months preparation for the September 25 candidates and also the March 26 candidates who have enrolled with us already. Hi Binaya. So I'm going to be addressing the two examinations which are coming up for ADC, the September 25 exam intake as well as the March 26 intake. And as you all know that we have candidates enrolled with us for both these exams. So I wanted to address together. So my most focus would be on the March 26 dual course candidates, but also initially we'll talk about September 25 candidates, the last 3 months, as the most crucial time is now going on for you all, so that you also gain more insights, confidence, and preparation tips, how you can utilize these 3 months. So actually, to say precisely, it's just 2.5 months now, not even 3 months. Hi Tish, hi Sangeeta. So, as a surprise element today, guys, I do have a special guest for you all. We are going to be talking to an alumni. We're going to talk to an ex-Winspert candidate who did her examination with us, preparation with us, and she was also a dual course candidate. So, for the March 26th, whoever is enrolled with us or whoever is planning to think, to join, so we are going to be talking to a candidate today who did her dual program with us. She joined with us for 8 to 9 months preparation period, did the dual course, and then she prepared and aced the examination in her first attempt. So that is going to be a perfect classic, scenario for you, how you can start early, get the dual course enrollment, and then crack the examination in the first attempt. So she's going to be joining us very soon. Hi, Meenakshi. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I hope you're doing well as well. So before we start, before I introduce her officially, I wanted to also share that this examination definitely is highly competitive, as if you have decided, if you have enrolled, if you have applied for the September situation or the September 25 examination. I'm sure everyone's aware with the fact that examination is competitive and the passing rates vary. They are not steady, they are not same every intake. They vary from 10% to 40%. So that's a huge range within which the pass rates fluctuate. And with each batch, with each examination intake, it varies. So we had the lowest in the September 24, which was close to about 10%. Hasn't been in the reports yet, annual reports yet, but based on the total cohort size of how many students they took the examination and what was the passing outcome, we could just, do a little bit of estimate or a kind of guesstimate that yes, it was quite low pass rate in September 24. And then with the March 25 results, it went a little higher, but of course not like the 40% thing. So September 25, I'm expecting the pass rates will go better, definitely better. So good times are coming, especially for the September 25 and the March 26 intake. That's my just a interpretation of, based on the last 8 years, how the Winspert has been training the candidates and how we have been seeing. So very, very good news for all the candidates. Expect good pass rates, expect familiarity in the questions. I will still not say that every question will be repeated. That doesn't happen with ADC. There's variations even when the repeat concepts are asked. There's always variations, there's always something new to trick you. So for sure, the actual preparation depth, the strength of your preparation is the only thing that will shine through in the examination. So just because the passing rates get higher doesn't mean that automatically everybody gets inside. still the ones with the strongest preparation, the strongest concepts, the strongest capacity to shift thinking gears when the variations are presented in the exam. If you have joined with me, like if you're, even if you're a March 26 candidate and if you're joining the live classes, I'm sure you know the number one approach that we have at Winspert is we don't just do the examination questions or the past paper questions, we do their variations. So if we have 2000 questions and during the 5 months program, we are doing the 2000 questions, with every question we are doing at least 2 to 3 variations. So just multiply it by 3. So we are doing at least 6000 scenarios together, right? So if you're doing the live classes, you know that's how we are projecting, amplifying the preparation by doing the concepts, by doing the hot notes, by doing the articles and the resources so much in depth. And yet, when we come to the questions, we amplify the preparation by even doing each question's variation. So this is the depth of our preparation, and that's why the Winspert candidates are the maximum in number when it comes to the passing. When you take the September 24 results, when the lowest pass rates came, still the Winspert candidates were the highest and 7 times than the rest of the, academy's results. So that speaks for itself. We don't have to put fake numbers to just, embellish ourselves. Our candidates, our numbers, and the students who are practicing in Australia now, how many, whoever is the, the overseas dentists who go and start practicing in Australia. So when they say they came from Winsport, that speaks about our result. That's our real testimony. So considering that, the preparation that we go with to counter this examination, which is intense, you have to ace this examination with that kind of in-depth, thorough, and very amplified, intense preparation, which of course Winsport provides you. We have tweaked, we have developed the study plan, which is this 22-week plan. Over years, it has been developed, fine-tuned by taking feedbacks, by just working on it, what works, what brings candidates success even in the worst times, like the September 24 results. How could 70 candidates, when other academies didn't even have 10 candidates passing, how could our 70 candidates still pass? Because when entirely new questions were asked in the exam, was because of this program, was because of this study plan. So, of course, the hero of the Winspert course is the study plan, our success roadmap, which always shines through. So, I tell my students also that when you do this program, when you do this entire study plan, you do all the classes, all the reading, and all the assessments, and all the mocks, and continue to ask your daily doubts. That 4 pillars combined gives you the guaranteed success in exam. So I'm going to bring her in now. She's going to talk about her experience because she did the dual course actually. And she also is going to address the September 25 candidates, how to spend the last 2.5 months that you have, how to make best of it. So the study plan, also we're going to talk about it, the watch, read, assess strategy that Winsport provides you, the WRA, watch, read, and then assess yourself. So this is a daily ongoing process. We don't have the random watching, the random classes, the random reading, or any random mocks. It is a daily process. Everything that you do on a daily basis consistently for these 5, 7, or 8 months, especially if you're joining for March, then absolutely this daily consistent practice is your sure short way to success. So MP, if you would please turn on your camera, come online, and then address our students. And I'm gonna ask you that you also joined early on. You did 7 to 8 months program dual course with us. So Manpreet, if you can turn on your camera, can you hear me?
Hi, ma'am.
Yeah. Hi,
Hi, everyone. Hello.
hi. Yeah, we can hear you. You can actually wait. You can start your video as well. I'll allow you to do that. You could now.
Hi everyone. It's Manpreet Kaur. Can you all see me?
We can.
Okay. So it's Dr. Manpreet Kaur and I cleared my part 1 exam in first attempt. All thanks to ma'am. Because of her it has become possible. So I will quickly guide you all on what all are the crucial topics to clear this exam. So there are total of 8 topics which you have to pay more focus on. First three are the guidelines, that is trauma guideline, therapeutic guideline, infection control guideline. Then are the two important files which are absolutely crucial. That is ultimate advanced file and mega master file. Then you have to do order cases, power notes, hot notes. So I'll be sharing in total 8 tips which are important and they helped me throughout my journey. So I've written here also in case I don't forget. So first tip is the sleep cycle. You have to like sleep for 7 to 8 hours in order to stay more concentrated and focused. If you have to study for 8 to 9 hours, you have to make a good schedule of it. And then the second tip about is then the second tip would be about making notes. If you're making notes like on sticky papers or on walls, I would recommend you all, like if you're reading guidelines daily, like trauma guideline, TG, ICG, you can make notes on them also. It will help you a lot, and don't leave any space blank because we read it every day without skipping any day. So whenever I used to hear ma'am's lectures or tutor support classes, I felt some topic is crucial or some point I need to memorize, I used to write it there only. So you can see this is how my first page of TG looks like. So yes, you can also make good use of that. Then third tip is upon waking up, whenever there are first few hours that are very crucial, and you should pay more focus and attention on like studying the guidelines. Don't keep them at late in the night, or don't just delay it. You can just simply study that there only. It can help you a lot. So fourth tip would be the active recalls. You have to like whenever you study, when I was studying, for example, I studied therapeutic guidelines and I am studying the case of bruxism. You can like discuss with your family, friends, your study buddies. I did not have any study partner, so I used to do it with myself only. So towards 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, I used to recall it in sequence. It's better if you can revise and memorize it in sequence, because in ADC they give you questions which have multiple correct options. So you have to like try remembering it in sequence only, so that you can't go wrong in that. So fifth tip would be the importance of mega master file, ultimate advanced file, hot notes, power notes. They are so important and ma'am has made them so beautifully. When I was sitting in my exam and was answering, there were a lot of new questions this time, but I wasn't scared at all, to be honest, because in class ma'am told us variations. I used to make my own notes also, but now you have power notes, you have hot notes. I used to study ma'am's CV classes and the special topics, and then used to read articles, and it made it more easier. And then I used to switch on to the hot notes, but now you can simply go and study hot notes. They are very like they are very useful, and it can save your time, especially in these last 2.5 months. Now, sixth tip is to avoid Facebook pages. So there are a lot of Facebook pages which like I also did it my time also. So there are a lot of Facebook pages which I used to also follow, and I used to ask questions to the ma'am. I guess they are not their history is not complete. Even if you are prepared fully, your concepts are clear, but there the concepts are misleading, or the history is incomplete, so they can low down your confidence. So instead of asking ma'am, or instead of asking each other on study buddy and all, so I would ask you, or I would recommend you all to just avoid, be isolated, and stay away from social media for these 2 to 2.5 months. Instead, you can like there are a lot of mocks which ma'am has released, like the trauma guideline mock, TG mocks, ICG subject wise mocks, and then there are a lot of ninja mocks. What else? Mega Master, Ultimate Advanced File. There are a lot many mocks, like 40, 50 mocks would be there. So you can just simply go and practice there. You can have a strong grasp on your concepts if you study from there. So yes. And my seventh tip would be to ask ma'am. Ask questions from ma'am, as many as you can. Don't, if your concept is not clear, if you have second thoughts, if you are like lacking motivation, or if you want to have a strong grip on some particular concept, you can simply ask ma'am. I used to just go and ask ma'am in case I used to lack motivation during that time. I still remember those ma'am's words. It helped me a lot, and it can it can, trust me, save your day. So you can just go to her. She can reply in 2 to 3 hours, or maximum 4 to 5 hours. She's always there for us, helping for us. So yes, that was my seventh tip. And last and most important tip is to take breaks. So we have also we keep on studying for 7 days in a week, and also 8 to 9 hours. We get tired, we need breaks. So what is important is, like when I was preparing, I didn't have my friends in my town, so I used to take break on Sundays. So I used to study till 6 p.m., and then after that I loved cooking, so I used to cook food for myself and for my family members. Then we used to enjoy watching TV or a good movie. So this is how you can take breaks. In this way, your mind will be more energetic, and you will be feeling more boosted, and you will be having more confidence for the whole week. So yes, these were my tips, and you all can ask me doubts if you have any.
You're
Thank you,
beautiful.
ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Manpreet. Beautiful tips. Wonderfully put. Very precise and direct. So, as you know, like that you joined the program, 3 months ahead. So you did get a head start as well. And that is absolutely gonna be helpful for the candidates right now who are present here, who are taking the March 26 exam. You know that we have a dual course, and when you joined also, we have an early starter batch. So right now also we have a batch who's March 26. We have hundreds of candidates already there who are starting. They have a head start on the preparation, and they've started the plan. So when we talk about the study plan, and I'm sure you're way more than familiar with it than I am, right? Because when you used to ask me questions, I would say, yes, I'm going to check, but you would remind me, this is the class, this is where the class is. Ma'am, go check on that week. So you guys were so familiar. So as you know, the study plan, it's an entire 22-week plan. Now for the candidates, they have, say, about, 10 weeks left roughly for the candidates who are taking the exam in September 25, and those who are starting joining the March 26 exam. Dual course candidates also have this same 22-week program. But the benefit for them is that dual course candidates don't have to really do it in the 22 weeks. They can stretch it out. They can have more revisions. They don't actually have to do 7 to 8 hours per day. They can start with 2 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour, whatever works for them. So there's no hard and fast for the Winspert program, you know it. Only yes, when you do it in the 5 months, and a lot of candidates, they also join in the last 2 months, last 1 month also. Some would be like, okay, give me the full course, give me the full plan. I will see how I'm going to do it. I have had candidates who are like that, and they pass as well. So I have in the past candidates who have joined for like 2 months, and then they would be like, leave it to me, I'll see how I'm going to do this 22-week plan. Just give me the plan and I'll devour it. And they have devoured it, and then crack the examination. So that's the flexibility of the study plan, that's the flexibility of the app, the LMS, where everything is aligned week wise for you, because there is not going to be like just a limited amount of syllabus available for you. When you join, when you start from week 1, day 1. So what's your take on that, Manpreet? That because you also joined in the middle of the September batch, but then you were going for the March batch, right? So you also did a dual program. So but when you started, you also had that head start, but you also were not confused and lost, and you started from the week 1, day 1. Just like talk about that for the March candidates, especially who have enrolled with us, who are now also starting in between. So how there is, you can start anytime and yet not be confused. How would you define that experience? Mhm. Okay.
Hi. So, yes, I joined as a dual course. It was extremely important, and it is extremely crucial to know that if you join early, you can have a great starting, because ma'am provides each and everything from week 1, day 1. It has recordings. I used to complete earlier. So when I joined, I didn't have any stress, or I was not scared of anything, because everything was provided to me. I had access to drive, I had the lectures, I had tutor classes. So I joined, I did each and everything. Whenever like I used to feel that I need to watch that video again, it was all available to me. And also, very important thing, I did 1,000 and past papers. I watched recording twice, and I self analyzed them 1 or 2 times. It hugely impacted on my result, and it helped me a lot. It made my foundation even more stronger. So the aim for my dual course was to get complete understanding of each and everything. That was why I joined earlier, and it helped me a lot. So yes. So you can also take maximum benefit of these things. Please, for March candidates for dual course, I would suggest you to go through past papers and 1,000 MCQs, because I know they feel like there is a lot of syllabus and the course feels little intense, but at the end you will feel blessed, and you will be having a great knowledge and great grasp over those subjects or the topics. So yes, please do follow all the things diligently.
What would you say that when you started the program, it did feel, I mean, I'm sure it's intense, especially the first 8 weeks. And I would actually second the fact, and I
Yes.
keep telling the September 25 guys also that, just revise your full course program if you started with that, because you have already done that preparation and revision becomes easier. So it is not about how many things you read, it's also about how many times you read, right? So repetition
Yes.
is the biggest key to crack this exam, to repeat doing. So for the dual candidates, the repetition is possible more number of times. So it definitely gives them immediate success, route, because of the repetitions, because of the longer period of preparation, right? So thousands and past papers, of course, they look like they're ancient files, the ancient questions. Everybody would tell you, oh, they don't come in exam, but they do still come in the exam.
Yes.
That's the point that everybody misses, that they don't stop coming. They are there under your SBQs. And then everybody who feels it's a new question, those who have done the thousands and past papers actually know that it's not new. It's coming from the thousands and past, from those ancient archives. So anybody who's doing the March 26th, please, Mega Master Ultimate Advanced File UF Volume 2, we all know everybody wants it, everybody wants to steal it and take it. Everybody knows they're highly coveted, but the thousands and past papers are those big foundational stones on which that strong confidence lies. So definitely, especially for the dual candidates, utilize our 7 to 8 hour program, 7 to 8 hour study plan, which includes the thousands and past papers. And the good thing is you don't have to do it in 1 week. So you don't really have to put 7 to 8 hours because you have a longer period. You can actually divide it into 2 weeks and cover it in the 44 weeks period if you do 1 week program, 1 week plan in over the period of 2 weeks, right? So you get done things, you can spend 3.5 hours per day and do it over the 2 weeks period. And then after completing it, you still would have 10 weeks or 12 weeks for entire revision again. So that's the beauty of the program, is that's the beauty of the plan, is that, like, unlike other courses where you join and you just do that 1 week, whatever week they are doing, you have no other choice but to do that, right? Because they are not going to provide you what went before, what is coming ahead. But with Winsport, you have the past, present, and future coexisting on the app, right? So a lot of candidates who joined me in September also, they were doing X-ray mocks, right? They were, because they were ahead in the program. It wasn't their first attempt. So they wanted to focus on X-rays first. So they don't have to wait when the program will bring in, their that kind of X-ray experience. They can go in the future weeks, start taking that, right? So with Winsport, you have every point in time available to you, the entire 22 weeks right now from the day one available to you. So based on where you feel your weaknesses are, you can immediately start. And now with the cluster specific mocks coming, they will also be made available immediately. So for the March candidates who are going for repeat attempt also, right? They would immediately start and can even jump on the cluster specific practice. So that is my constant factor of bringing in features in a way that doesn't restrict the candidate, that gives him the power to explore and learn based on how they want it, right? So the program will never constrain you. It will always give you the maximum potential and capacity to make it work for you. And this is the constant thought behind, every day developing it. So Manpreet, what would you say about the fact that exam is definitely competitive? Yes, the questions may look familiar, even when 50% gets repeated, 50% which is also the older questions or familiar questions, they also still have a new tone. The keywords change, the history changes, the options don't look similar. And remember, like, this wasn't given in the exam, that kind of thing. So what is your take on that? That exam is competitive, questions change. By discussing variations and preparing and doing the classes, watching the classes where I've discussed the variations, how it helped you in exam?
Yes, definitely, ma'am. I prepared well. Like I did Mega Master Ultimate Advanced Files 3 to 4 times before going to exam. When I went there, when I was solving or seeing the SBQs, I saw that there were a lot of new questions, a lot of variations were there. Like the in some questions options were not similar. In some questions, the history is changing. So yes, it's no benefit if you just mug up the questions or you just remember. It's very important to rule out also. I guess ma'am has also given you all the rash technique, so you all have to follow that. So I was not, when I was sitting and I still remember I was solving the SBQs. I wasn't scared at all. I was just smiling because I watched ma'am's videos twice, UAF and Mega Master. So I still heard ma'am's voices in my head. Like, this is going to come as variation in your exam, and you have to answer that. You have to answer accordingly. So, all of these helped me a lot, and I would suggest you all to go through ma'am's videos at least twice if you can, especially Mega Master Ultimate Advanced File. If you can go through thousand and pass paper twice also, that is also fine. So I used to study for 8 to 9 hours in a day, and I studied for like 8 to 9 months. So I completed all of it and I watched everything twice. So yes.
Wonderful. So this is the benefit of actually doing the dual course and starting early. The confidence and the success surety becomes higher and higher, right? But of course, not everybody would have that luxury, which is fine as well. So, now let's talk about those who are doing the 5 months, September 25 candidates, even joining us today for crash course or everything, how they can utilize the power notes, the hot notes, and the UF volume 2 is ready as well, right? So the newer questions, the newer hot notes, the power notes that will be coming with it, especially the multiple mock experience that they're getting, the multiple mock attempts that they're getting, how they can utilize that, the cluster specific mocks that they will be getting, how to utilize that. And yes, the most important thing, the ranking feature. Because now as the candidates number is huge in our group, so we have the biggest cohort size internally to actually replicate the exam environment and get the results which replicate the exam results, right? So that is a real time, very important experience for a candidate to take mocks now, especially with the grand mock, which will be coming in the week 19, right? The cohort size will, who's going to take the big grand mock with everybody, will be quite a replica of the passing rate of how close you are to that, right? So of course, even if you're, in 50% or rank is a little behind, but you know that you're there, and then the last 3 weeks before exam, you can make that jump, right? So let's talk about the notes, multiple mocks, cluster specific mock, and the ranking. So this is a cue. Yeah, I'm gonna unmute you. Yeah.
First and foremost, I'll talk about those people who are going to appear in September 25 exam. There are 2.5 months left, and I would recommend you all to do guidelines as much you can, and to do ultimate advanced file, mega master file completely. These are the crucial hot things that you should pay more attention on, and also the hot notes. Like, it has given me a lot of understanding and a beautiful grasp on the concepts. They are extremely important. I didn't know anything when before I joined, like after before joining this course, I didn't have a lot of understanding about a lot of topics. But after I joined, I did all the articles, I did hot notes twice. Then I was feeling more confident when I was sitting in the exam. I was able to apply critical thinking. So it was extremely important. So if all of you can pay more attention toward these things, 5 6 things, then it will be very beneficial to you. If I talk about mocks, so as I said, ma'am has a lot of mocks. I used to attempt like 5 to 6 quizzes in a week, and I used to ask doubts also. They are also concepts. So there are beautiful concepts behind it. Ma'am gives us references. For this question, you have to read that. For that question, this is the article that you have to like this. So if I when I was preparing, I was scared of information gathering cluster, because a lot of people couldn't clear in September 24 because of this cluster. So I was also doing mistakes on this, but ma'am marked all the questions like in all the clusters behind questions in our batch. But for you guys, ma'am has given quizzes on those clusters also. So you can take maximum benefit of it. You can analyze where your mistake is, in what like in what cluster you are making maximum mistakes, and then in ultimate advanced file you can read those questions, or you can listen to the videos again. So it will help you. Ma'am has made it like easier for everyone, and has provided everything at one place only. So you just have to give your 8 to 9 hours on daily basis, and you are good to go for the exam.
Wonderful. So, as you're talking about everything at one place, that brings me to the fact that introducing the candidates and showing them that the app and the LMS, that once they start the program, when you join for the March 26th now as a dual course, or if you join us for the crash course for the September 25, you will be given access to the learning platform where you will have all the classes, all the weekly plan, all the mock examinations, all the documents to study just at one place. So the power notes, the hot notes, the ultimate advanced file volume 2 also, which includes the March 25 latest questions, they all have been added to the program. And the newer classes have also begun. The power notes are also under making for the UF volume 2, and even I'm making the new hot notes and hot topics, I'm adding to the list so that candidates are not missing out a single new particular reference or a question. So even the ones which I've already put, like for example, we did the jogrens in the last week class, right? Jogrens have been added to the, the dry mouth on operative hot notes. Jogrens is also there in dry mouth on oral medicine hot notes. So twice we have covered that under the hot notes, but this time when I felt the newer questions were also coming on the Jogran. So still there's, even in the particular topic, there are layers and layers of concepts which keep coming up. So molar incisor hypoplasia, for example, we have done it in Odell, we have prepared it well. There's a beautiful table for the treatment plan and everything coming, but still there are newer concepts, the newer layers coming and coming. So I keep telling candidates, even when you prepare a topic fully, doesn't mean that there can be new boundaries that ADC stretches. So ADC goes and brings in new concepts, new topics in the syllabus, but also goes deeper and deeper in the existing concepts, right? So when that kind of depth is getting asked in exam, I got the new Jogrens article from the ADJ, I got the new MIH article. So what we did is, even if the hot notes already cover that topic, but in exam, if it has been touched in a new way, if it has been asked in a new way, the hot notes are also getting fed again. They're getting revamped. So it is not something which I have created and it will remain and will become obsolete. The program, the material, it is ever evolving, ever growing, and the most contemporary. So that's the kind of investment that goes from me, bringing in the newer articles, eliminating the older things, and bringing in the newer things. So it grows and it evolves so that you remain up to date with whatever is getting asked in the exam. And that is, I think, is the most important need as well. What would you say, Manpreet, about it? That being the having the most contemporary knowledge with the most contemporary scientific evidences, how do they help you with the confidence in the exam?
Yes, absolutely, ma'am. It is very important. Like if you are studying something or if you are doing some topic, if you get ADC relevant information or the newest ADJ articles, like bleaching, we can take example of that bleaching article which ma'am took in a live session, like in our batch. So the answer for the previous, like the question for the previous, based on previous article, it was 7 to 10 days around that, and then ma'am brought a new article and it was about 28 days. So it was really helpful, and in exam they can ask you these concepts also. For this new guideline, pregnancy guideline, ma'am released at our time just before exam, and in exam I found that question. So I felt grateful and blessed that ma'am shared on the right time, and that particular information was really helpful. And you also keep on searching. Ma'am keeps on searching for new articles and the latest references. I don't know how does she do everything, but yes, this is really helpful, and for new candidates also it is really beneficial. So yes.
Thank you, Manpreet. And yeah, so this is your program, how it looks like the entire 22-week from the first day when you join the program. All you got to do is, you don't have to care about where the September candidates are, where everybody is at. You don't have to jump in the middle. Whenever you can start anywhere, but you will start at a definite week 1, day 1. That's the beauty of it. Every time, anytime you join, if you're contemplating, people send me messages and say, ma'am, hey, when should we join? Am I too late? Am I too early? Do I wait? What classes? Can I join the live classes? Will I understand? I'm like, totally up to you. Whether you want to join the live classes, you are flowing with them, join it. But if you feel overwhelmed, no need, because you still, without the live classes also, you have so many classes to watch. Start with the week 1, day 1. Every candidate who messages me, where do I start? I have one answer, but it works every single time. Start from week 1, day 1. That's your starting point. No matter when you join, what even the candidates who join 2 months before the exam for the full course, like I still have candidates joining for the full course for September. They are 2 months away, and they're like, where do I start? I'm like, start week one, day one, but do more hours, finish it early, rush up. So there's a good starting point always waiting for you, going up to the entire program of the 22-week. And if you want to jump to a point in future, want to practice some mocks which are not on the first week, you can simply go on whichever week you like. And then if the mock is available on that week, just attempt those mocks. So that's what I said. It's the beauty is the past, present, and future exist together. So this is the omniverse, multiverse of WinSprint is the multiverse of ADC preparation, where all the timelines coexist and you can just jump to any timeline, any week, and prepare. So utilize that power that this program, that this LMS, that this platform brings you. The team, the entire WinSpurt team is available for you to assist you, to guide you. You'll never be left, any of your question will not be left unanswered. So you want to join for September 25 full course, you want to join for September 25 crash course, or you want to join for March 26 dual course. All the timelines are existing. All the timelines work for you. You just have to get on board, start from week one, day one, and then decide how many hours you need. See what's your availability, what's the hours required to complete. And even if you can't complete everything, you pick what you need, what you are weak at, and just make it work for you. So thank you so much, Manpreet, for taking out the time. It means really a lot to me, and for the
Uh,
candidates also. I would like to, on the behalf of everybody present here, I would like to thank you. And if you'd like
Ma'am,
to say
I
anything,
wanted
yeah.
to share, yes, two, three things. If you can join live classes, that is amazing because I used to join a lot of live classes. Then I used to write or type my answer, and ma'am used to clear all the doubts there and then only. And as you can listen my names also in UAF 1. So yes, that was really amazing. Secondly, I would want you guys to do uh, practice X-ray questions a lot because ADC gives you a lot of X-rays and they're poor quality images. So if you can, you should do Langley's White and Farrow and all those x-rays. You can just practice maybe at your clinics also. Thirdly, I would recommend you to do a lot of ADA policies, so they are very important, I guess. Yes, ma'am has made hot notes out of them also, so yes, you don't have to worry again about like doing all the different topics from different sources. Everything is served in one plate only. You just have to do it and carefully, and you have to be more serious, and you can just do it simply if you follow ma'am's plan. So yes.
Thank you so much, Manpreet. Wonderfully put, very
Thank you,
direct,
ma'am.
very valuable tips, I would say, that if applied and if, taken seriously. And see, now the program is there, every content is there, the mock is there. So X-ray mocks are there. Like when you said the practice X-rays, X-ray mocks are there, trauma guideline mocks are there, infection control guideline mocks are there. So when we say do guidelines, and everybody do guidelines, we have given you lectures on the guidelines, we have given you mocks on the guidelines, and then of course 3 to 4 times, 4 to 5 times repetition is also absolutely mandate. Reading multiple times, then practicing over the mocks and watching the lecture to understand what part you can't understand even while reading. When you combine the watch, read, assess strategy, the WRA strategy, watch the class, read the files, read the hot notes, read the guidelines, and assess yourself on the mocks. No program is going to give you the mocks on TG, on ICG, on code of conduct, on health promotion, on trauma guidelines, on the x-rays separately, and then all the 8 subjects individually, right? And then the 5 ninja mocks which grow with you as you prepare few subjects at a time. So none of the program has been so intuitively planned and created which is this level and graduation of basic to advanced is such a scientific. So you don't have to think how can I work and learn effectively. The program will make you learn effectively because it is scientifically created, not just randomly on any tutor's mood, right? So this is a scientific, organized, planned program which works each and every time. When you complete it to the T, when you do all the 22 weeks, take all the mocks and are scoring higher, that's a guaranteed pass success in ADC exam. So, which I wish upon every candidate who dreams this dream, that you get success, you get what you're desiring, and you reach there. And I have given that ladder to you where you have to climb one step from week one, day one, till the week 22, just before your exam. We also change your devices, right? I mean, I remember Purva telling me that she's resetting 200 to 400 or 500 devices in the exam days, when candidates can switch their devices and revise the power notes just before the exam. So it's not just 22 weeks. Also, those 2 days when you go for the exam, we reset your devices, we give you access to the power notes on your palm just before the center so you can read and still continue to learn and feel confident, right? So there's no guesswork, there is no guesstimate, random mocks, and even the random mocks, there's not no point unless the mocks are designed and aligned how it is required at that time to practice the concepts that you've learned, right? So that's how the program works for you guys. If you have more questions, please drop us a message on my WhatsApp. My team is going to share the WhatsApp number on the Facebook Live also, and also on our Facebook group. Join our Facebook group. Follow the Facebook page for more information. You can join the free mentorship program as well on the app, and join the dual course if you're considering March 26th. This is the best time to start. Actually, the best time was yesterday. So yeah, the second best is today. So please join us, and I'll see you at the program, and I'll see you at the class. Now Tuesday, I'm going to put a poll also. What should we do for Tuesday session? So a new public session is coming up. I want to cover a very high yield topic and then help you solve the SBQ like we do. So I'm going to put up a poll. Please take that poll, and we'll take it from there. So thank you so much. Thank you, Manpreet. Thank you for your
Thank you,
time, and
ma'am.
it means a lot.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Truly
Thank
grateful.
you, ma'am. Thank you.
So thank you everybody for joining, taking out the time. I hope you gained insights. If you still have more questions, please feel free to message us, and we'll be happy to help you all. So have a wonderful evening. Thank you for being the fabulous audience that you always are. And I hope you gained a lot of insights. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.